What's going on, everyone? Dots here, and today I'm bringing you guys a beginner's guide for Black Desert Online. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about skills in BDO and everything about them, from skill add-ons to skill points, Rabam skills, awakening versus succession, and more. And hopefully after this video, you'll have a better understanding about how all of the systems surrounding your skills work. Now, the first thing that I want to cover today is the difference between awakening and succession. Simply put, awakening and succession are two different ways to play the same class. As you're leveling up in BDO, you're going to be using your class's pre-awakening skills or main skills. These skills are also affiliated to a weapon that your class uses. So whatever your weapons are when you first start leveling. So for example, on my Hashashin, my pre-awakening skills are used with the Shamshir main weapon and the Halliday sub-weapon. Now, once you hit level 56, you're going to receive a quest from the Black Spirit to unlock your awakening weapon and skills. And now, again, using my hash as an example, this new weapon is going to be a dual-sided glaive. And when I unlock this weapon, I will also get a brand new set of skills that are associated with it. So once this happens and I actually unlock this, I'll have a new weapon and new skills and be able to play the awakened version of my class and be able to swap back to my pre-awakening weapon if I want to, and use the skills from that weapon too, using the C key on PC as default. And this will effectively give me access to two weapons and two sets of skills at the same time. Now, typically, the awakening weapon will be your primary weapon for damage, with your pre-awakening kit kind of supporting it. Now, this kind of begs the question, though, what if you enjoyed your pre-awakening kit or your main skills, and you really don't want to use this brand new awakening weapon and the skills that are associated with it? Now, that's where succession comes in. After you complete your awakening quest, you'll also see a succession quest from the Black Spirit. By completing this and unlocking succession, you'll have the option to totally forego your awakening weapon and skills, and instead just empower your pre-awakening kit, and you also don't have to worry about that weapon swap mechanic. Now, this will essentially just give you more powerful versions of the skills that you were using while you were leveling, as well as some new exclusive succession only skills and passives. And this will now then turn into your succession kit. Now that actually segues us into skills, passives, skill points, and skill trees. In Black Desert Online, separate from earning experience on your character, you also have skill points that you earn. You earn skill points similarly to how you earn regular experience in the game, by fighting and killing enemies or training with a skill book at a target dummy in a town when you can purchase those from Jamie. Note, though, that skill point experience is separate from earned combat, aka character experience, which means that it has its own XP bar and XP increase modifiers. This bar and how many points you have can be seen next to your character's level. Skill points are used to unlock and rank up skills in your skill tree, and the higher you rank up your skills, the more powerful they and their effects will become. In addition, you can also use these skill points to unlock passives, which are bonuses that are active on your character at all times. Arguably, skills are more important than your actual character's level. Skill points are more important than your actual character's level. While yes, of course, it's important to have your character at level 61 or above, besides gear gains, the level of your skills and therefore the number of skill points that you have plays one of the biggest roles in how much damage or healing your character will do. The improvements made to your skills as you level them up is staggering, so it's definitely worth focusing on the amount of skill points, aka SP, you have to make sure that your character is as powerful as possible. Now, some classes and characters will require more skills and therefore more skill points than others to be at maximum effectiveness, but this will vary from class to class. Now, the final upgrade of each skill you will have is a choice between an absolute version and a prime version. Basically, absolute is what you'll take if you're awakening, and prime is what you'll take if you're succession. Succession will only take the absolute version of a skill if a prime is not available. For awakening specifically, you will also get access to one core skill. Basically, this gives you an upgrade to one of your awakening skills, giving it a new effect such as resistance, CC immunity, etc. Keep in mind, though, that you can only choose one core skill, so you will need to choose wisely. Finally, once you've placed all of your skill points, you can change them at any time if you have a secret book of Old Moon, or reset them with Armstrong's skill guide. You can also buy skill presets, which lets you have more than one template of skill points if you're so interested. We also have a set of skills known as Rabam skills. These skills are essentially two skills smashed together to make one more powerful skill. To unlock these skills, you need to go to the skill enhancement tab, and you can see what your Rabam skill options are. Now, to unlock these, you'll need to have the highest rank of the two skills that will be combined, but do note that you don't need to have the absolute or primes unlocked. And then once you have those highest levels of those skills, bam, or rabam, haha, you can unlock the new skill to use. Now, the final thing I want to touch on here in today's video, guys, is skill add-ons. Skill add-ons are extra passive effects that you can add to your skills that fire off when you successfully hit an enemy with said skill. To add these, you simply need to talk to a skill instructor and select skill add-ons. You can add up to 2 add-ons to 6 skills for a total of 12 brand new passive effects that unlock at level 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, and 60. These can be ways to get extra offensive buffs, defensive buffs, dots or crowd control, and more. If you decide you want to change these, though, they can be reset with either, again, Book of Old Moon or Cliff's skill add-on guide, in this case, instead of Armstrong's. Now, all of these things combined are what helps make a powerful character from a skill point of view. If you're not sure how to place skill points as you level, how much SP you need, which add-ons or rabams you should use, etc., I highly recommend checking out the Discord for your class, which will usually contain up-to-date information on all of these topics. One more thing that I do want to mention for this guide is Black Spirit Rage. Now, Black Spirit Rage is earned over time and can be used in a variety of ways. You can either use it and consume it to gain a buff that makes your character a lot more powerful temporarily, which on PC, the default keybind is Z. Or you could also consume Black Spirit Rage on skills to actually make them cast more powerful versions of that skill. And you can have up to 100% Black Spirit Rage just standing around, and certain skills will consume up to a certain amount of Black Spirit Rage. Now, you'll notice you're going to have the option on some of your skills to actually consume 200% Black Spirit Rage. And that is because if you use the default keybind of X on PC, you can actually transfer some of your Black Spirit Rage to another adventurer. So that's really good for team-based gameplay, specifically in something like Node Wars, where if you have somebody on your team that has a really strong BSR, which is Black Spirit Rage for short, skill, you can transfer your rage to them to give them up to 200% to allow them to do a big burst of damage to an enemy. Now, you do have the option to also automatically lock your Black Spirit Rage if you press Alt-B by default. Basically what that will do is it will lock your Black Spirit Rage so that you can only use the buff with the Z key, because if you leave it unlocked, you will basically use Black Spirit Rage on any skill when the appropriate amount of that is available. If you want to, you could also just left click the Black Spirit Rage and it will bring up this little menu where you can lock and unlock certain skills to your desire. Now, whether or not it is better to use the Black Spirit Rage on skills or just use the buff is going to depend on your class. So again, I recommend referring to your class Discords for that information. Now, guys, with that being said, that is going to be it for me today. Pretty quick guide today. Again, just discussing everything that has to do with skills and skill points. It's not an overly difficult topic, but, you know, if you're new and you're not really sure what you're looking at, it can seem pretty daunting, but hopefully today's video did clear up all of these things. And if it did help, I'd appreciate it if you left a like on it. If you have any questions about skills, skill points, or anything regarding this video, feel free to leave a comment below. And guys, if you want to keep up to date with more BDO beginner guides, as well as other MMORPG content I have here on my YouTube channel, please feel free to hit that sub button, as well as the bell to keep those notifications on so you always know when I upload a video. But guys, for those of you who stayed all the way through today's video, I do appreciate you spending a little bit of time out of your day with me today. I hope you did enjoy this video. As always, guys, I'm Dots Gaming, and I'll see you all in the next one.